Hey guys, Kamina the coach here. I tried to do this video before, but it was too long, so more concise. So I'm Kamina the coach. This channel was originally dedicated to helping people get it together to work and live abroad. I've worked and lived abroad for over a decade in 9 different countries, working in education. I'm back overseas currently in Baghdad, Iraq. March of 2020, I started working through my adoption trauma and early childhood trauma, and I rededicated the channel. So now it's a pretty mixed bag of the two. So right now I'm gonna talk about something that's kind of related to my adoption trauma, a lot of the residual trauma from that, that's painted how I view the world, how I interact with the universe, how I interact with myself and everything that is connected to me, which is everything. I feel like the universe has been talking to me recently. I felt like I had a pretty bleak outlook for where things were going. I am honest in saying that I really still struggle. My biggest residual trauma from adoption is racism. I'm a transracial adoptee. I was adopted by a white racist family. I was surrendered because of adoption because my bio mother is Italian and I'm obviously Black. So a lot of residual trauma related to race and racism. And I admit that that's a huge flaw for somebody who believes in, who is deeply spiritual and believes that we're all connected. I believe that whatever energy you're sending out in the world, you're destined to receive back. It can't work any other way scientifically. Big into quantum physics, and it's kind of been proven, karma and all that stuff. So what's changed? So I've had a change. I've had an opening. It's very hard to listen when you're contracted. It's very hard to have a change in perspective when you're contracted. So all you need is just a little opening to have, to be willing to listen, to be willing to believe that something can be better. I love, so some of my favorite trauma experts are Peter Levine in Somatic Experiencing, The Tiger Within, Bessel van der Kolk, The Body Keeps the Score, and Gabor Mate, The Myth of Normal, all amazing trauma experts. So I was watching Peter Levine speak with Thomas Hubel, a spiritual advisor and collective trauma expert speak. And it's not something that they said that was new. It was just something that they said that gave me the expansion that I needed. They were discussing mothers, Palestinian mothers with their children and Israeli mothers with their children being together in a trauma therapy that was a music-based trauma therapy. And as the children went to go play with instruments, they ended up playing with each other. And as they engaged with each other, the mothers began to engage as well. And as they begin to engage, there becomes this understanding that it's our trauma. I know for me, with my bio mother and my adoptive mother, it was huge for me in being able to forgive and let go of all the anger that I felt towards them. Anger born in grief. And a huge part of letting that go was being able to understand that it's not my trauma, it's our trauma. And being able to understand that where race is concerned has been very difficult for me. And so I submit this to everyone, minorities, people suffering from Islamophobe or any other kind of religious persecution, homophobia, the LGBT, any form of transphobia, misogyny, all of that stuff. Yes, they have had a voice and a platform for so long, and it is very easy to say, no, I don't want to hear anything you have to say anymore. You've had this platform for too long. And I submit to you that when we are not willing to listen anymore, that's when we have to have civil war. And if the United States falls into civil war, when the United States falls into civil war, it's what the other powers have been waiting for. And not to say that the United States has wielded their power well, but it could be a lot worse. What gives me even more renewed hope, what I feel like the universe is speaking to me to make this video, is I just saw an amazing video on archaeological discoveries that showed that there have been massive developed communities where power has not been abused for thousands, millions of years before there were oligarchs, before there were tyrants, all over the world, not in just one area of the world, in the Middle East, in all over the Middle East, the Americas, all over the world, Europe, Far Eastern Europe as well. It gives me hope. I haven't had hope in a long time. In lifetimes of being here, I have seen humanity destroy itself again and again. And for the first time, maybe since my existence as a soul on this plane, I feel like there is some hope. But I also feel like it's my duty to share this message that you have to be willing to listen. You have to subscribe to that truth that whatever energy you're sending out is what you're going to get back. And all you need is just a little space. I know that you may be feeling very contracted and very angry from grief. And I understand. I didn't know I was adopted till I was 32. I'm Black, and I was raised by a family who hid my ethnicity and was racist. I understand. I do. But insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. We have to dare to have hope that there could be something better and there could be something more, and that hope starts with us. And so you have to find it within yourself to say yes to peace for yourself, inside of yourself, and then be willing to extend that peace outside of yourself. But of course, it starts with you. And I will say that finding that peace for my bio mother and my adoptive mother, though we don't have a relationship, has been transformative for me. My trauma is our trauma, and healing me heals the world. Working to heal my pain and suffering, working to be forgiving and kind is my gift to the world. So it's short because I need to get this message out there. I hope that it made sense. I meant to make it concise. As always, beautiful people, sending you love, light, peace, and joy. Until next time, I'm Kamina the Coach. I'm out.